both of them. And so I was like, so I'm in the fucking living room and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm like, you know, Nicole's fucking staying, like David's going, like this is what fucking Memphis wanted. They had a different agenda, and then even Tyler even pushed it extra, Enzo said, and was in, like, when they were going and crossing paths to vote, Tyler was like, you better vote it out, Nicole. You better vote it out, Nicole. And so they were hoping that Enzo flipped. The conversation never even came up. It's great for us.
Because that means they have no idea about me, you, and Enzo.
No,
because obviously they don't.
And Enzo must be saying shit to them that makes it seem like I'm super tight with her.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, it's like they didn't want to come to me to talk about the vote because they knew you wanted David out, and they knew, like, oh, I must be close with Nicole, so there's no way I'm going to do it. So they go in and they go for Enzo.
Which is so funny.
It's just great because now Enzo was like, bro, you got to, like, he's got to come up and he's got to tell it. Because, like, you know, I'm telling you, like, the facts. I want him to tell you the story.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Because it's fucking comedy.
But what, dude, that, to me, that is such a ballsy move at this point in the game to be so, like, directed when you don't know. Like, so you trust Enzo enough that, like you're crazy.
But the thing, so this is my thing about Christmas. She, like, this whole entire game, Christmas has had a false sense of, like, her power in the game.
Yeah.
And so, like, she feels like she used the committee and was like, I can do this. Like, it wasn't like, like, she would never, it would never be like the whole, like, fact of the matter is like, what was going down was never Christmas's decision.
No.
But she always felt that way. So she probably thought with Enzo, because they had this great relationship, they made a deal on the 4th week and then the 5th week, and they've had this great, bro. Enzo has constantly come up to me and been like, dude, I can't even get a breath from Christmas. And I'm like, bro, you have to, I'm like, fucking talk to her. I was like, dude, she chases Memphis around, like, bro, you got to do it. Like, she's not running up to me like that. So, like, you and Memphis have to be that tight with her.
Well, I think there's two ways. I think she overplays because for some reason, like, you've been through this game, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you make moves, but you make smart moves, and you make moves that make sense for your game.
Yeah.
She's on this path, like, where she's like, because she won't shut up about, like, the Bailey and the Davon. She goes, I sent them home. And I'm thinking, why are you so aggressively reminding me? I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, so in her mind, she's like, she has to make these moves.
Yeah.
And she, like, that's proof that she's, like, playing the game right. And I'm like, you realize everyone's making moves.
Yeah.
Now you have no idea. You have no idea.
And, like, the thing is, like, Davon going home, like, Christmas, if that was and we were like, I think it's better to keep Kevin, like, that's where it was going. But we were like, it's got to be Davon, like, Christmas.
Yeah.
You didn't have a hand in that, really. Like,
well, it was the same with the Bailey and Bailey. I put them both up. I pulled the trigger, or like whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm
all for that.
And I'm like, okay, why do you keep reminding me that? Like, I get it.
What are you doing?
She's just on this path of like she needs to, like, she's trying to prove that she's making moves. And I'm like, I don't think you need to prove that to me. Unless you're trying to get my vote and I'm still in the house, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, what are you trying to do right now? Like,
so that pissed me off. I mean, that just, it's ballsy and it's, like, so bizarre, but I'm like, whatever.
Because it would have been her and Tyler flipping Enzo.
Yeah.
And then she would have been like, I did this, and Nicole went home. Like, and that's what she was going for. But it showed who the person is that she is going to try to do it. And that's Tyler.
Yeah.
And so, and Tyler came up to me right away after and was like, bro, I don't know what happened. Like, I thought it was flipping. And then talking to Enzo lets me know, like, you didn't think anything. You were actively trying. There's a big difference of, like, I thought it was flipping, or like I'm actively trying to flip it.
Yeah.
You were
actively trying.
You weren't like some like innocent person, like, oh, I can't believe I was on the opposite side. Like, 'cause that's what he said to me. He was like, bro, I can't believe I was on the opposite side of you. Like I've that's never happened to me before in this game. I've never been on the opposite side of the vote. And I'm like, because you overplayed your hand and fucked up, bro. Like,
I love it, dude. I love it because it's just like, when he won HOH, I came in and he goes, oh, look, man, I thought the votes were flipping. Like, and I looked at him and I go, Tyler, you're HOH now, man. We're past that.
Yeah.
We'll move past. Because I didn't want to make it a big deal because he was fucking HOH. I was just
shit.
So I was I'm not going to bring it up.
For me, I walked back there and I was like, yo, let's go. The shot has to get taken. And he's like, Danny and Nicole. I was like, money, let's go. I walked out of the room and I was just like, but I was sitting there like, when he won the veto, or if the veto got won, I would have loved to have seen who he put up.
Oh.
Because I'm telling you right now, like, I would have loved to have seen it.